Hello, I hope everyone's doing awesome today. I have an awesome project that I think you guys will all love, and it is going to be stop animation. You probably remember the hot dog video from years past. I play it at the start of every school year. It wouldn't be a school year without playing the hot dog video. I'll put a little bit of it right here. Today though, I'm going to show you a way to make your own stop animation. That's going to be a whole lot easier than when I made my hot dog video maybe 7 or 8 years. There's an app called Stop Motion Studio, and it's really easy to find in the self-service app. I'm going to show you how to find it right now. So you're going to open up the self-service app, and you could either go on the home page and just scroll and scroll until you get to the apps that start with the letter S, and you're looking for one called Stop Motion Studio, or I think it's just called Stop Motion on the home page. Oh, we're almost there. It looks like a old school film camera, and you can install that. Or you could go to the search bar and you could type in stop, and it will bring you to that same old-fashioned film camera, and you could download it as well. Great, you downloaded the app. Now I'm going to be showing you some tricks and tips, and we're going to start off with our first day of stop animation, just doing a really simple animation. But I'm going to show you a few things that are just going to make your animation look amazing, and you're going to turn out super successful with whatever you try to do. I would just focus today on getting the app and finding one object, like a pencil or a paintbrush or something like that, and making it come to life. So I'm going to show you a few tips. I'm going to show you how I made my animation, and then you guys will get some time to experiment. So, with my stop animation today in Stop Motion Studio, we are going to be trying, or I'm going to be trying, to make my paintbrush come to life and wiggle across the table and dip into one of the colors. It's going to be really short. It's not going to take me all day or anything, but there is a few things that are going to be really important when you're making your stop animation video. Number one is you do not want your iPad to move around. So I would recommend getting your iPad open in its standing position. That way, you don't have to hold it in your hand. It's not going to be waving around, because the more you wave around, the more choppy and not very smooth your animation is going to look. You want it to make it look like it's magically crawling across the table. So getting your iPad set up like this in front of an area that you're going to be shooting, and then never moving this is going to be so important. You don't want to ever move your iPad. Once you get it set up, it stays in place. If you move it, it starts to make things look not as smooth. So you really want to keep things looking like it's having that stop animation magic. So once I've figured out my position, I'm going to start making my stop animation. I have my paintbrush and I have my watercolor paints, and now I'm going to make this travel across my screen, and I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like from this angle and what it looks like inside my iPad. So let's get started. I open up Stop Motion Studio and I start up a new project with the plus sign that was in the corner. And now I am looking at my paints over here, and my brush is just off camera. Just like you would take pictures on your iPad, there is the red button that you're gonna tap to take pictures. So I'm gonna start off taking a first picture. And then I'm going to just move my paintbrush just a little bit, take a picture. Move it just a little bit, take a picture. Move it just a little bit, take a picture. Move it just a little bit, take a picture. Notice, each time I take a picture, I wanna make sure my hands are out of the frame. I do not want this to see my hand moving the brush. It should be magically moving. So I'm just gonna keep on doing this until my paintbrush is in one of the colors. So I even used a piece of tape to make it look like my brush was standing at an angle to give it that added effect. Let's check out how my video turned out when I press play. That's pretty good. I think it turned out pretty smooth. I'll let you guys be the judge. So there's lots of other features that you could do on the Stop Motion Studio. You could even record a little soundtrack, or you could add a little background music. I'm gonna do that right now. Do 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 bow 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 down bow bow. Do 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 bow 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 down bow bow. Let's see the whole thing together. Do 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 bow 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 down bow bow. All right, here is how you get your awesome animation out of Stop Motion Studio. So you are gonna go press this arrow on the left to go back to the home page. You're gonna press the select button in the upper right corner, and you're gonna press the export button, which is the upward facing arrow, and you're going to select export movie. And when you do that, you're just gonna go save video to your iPad, and you could double check. Take a look. It is now in your photos. That wasn't too crazy or too hard. It's become a whole lot easier to make a stop animation, especially with something like Stop Motion Studio that you guys download from self-service. So for today, I want you to just kind of figure out one little object to kind of move across your table. Make sure your iPad doesn't move. It stays in one place. And also, make sure your hand stays out of each picture you take. You do not want to have your hand inside one of your pictures. Let's say I did have my hand in one of the pictures. You could go back in and actually go in to Stop Motion Studio and delete a picture. But let's just worry about that another time. Focus on just trying to practice today. Good luck. I can't wait to see your animations. I know they're going to be amazing.